Yeah, Madam Chair, you can make a point of order if the figures being presented is not correct. Because this is a budget briefing. Hindi po pwede na meron tayong drama na pinapalabas natin na lahat ng programa ng kalusugan ay tinapyasan and making the administration look back where in fact it is not true. We have to compare what versus no. So with that, Madam Chair, I move that the interpellation of the Honorable Manuel be stricken off the records.
Nagmistula ng Sabongan ang Kongreso dahil kay House Deputy Majority Leader, Iloilo Representative Janet Garen, Kabataan Party List Representative Raul Manuel, ay tila napiko na si Congressman Acop. Ito'y ukol sa deliberasyon ng panukalang budget ng Commission on Higher Education or CHED. Kaya ating panoorin at pakinggan ang naging mainit na usapin at sagutan ni Janet Garen, Raul Manuel, Congressman Acop at iba pang kongresista sa Kongreso. At nagmistulang sipsip itong si Raul Manuel.
Ito naman cuts on various programs of DOH. Can DOH confirm? May aside po sa overall na 10 billion cut, may cut po sa National Nutrition Council.
Yes, yes, Your Honor, Madam Chair. There is a cut.
Meron. Sa National AIDS Council, may cut din po.
Pinak. Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Health Policy and Standards Development Program.
Yun na, hindi ko alam. I will verify. There is also a cut,
May
Your
cut
Honor.
din. Health System Strengthening Program.
Please wind up with the questions.
Yes, Madam Chair.
I will have to check whether the health systems have a cut or not.
Yeah, kasi based po sa research po natin ay meron po. Pati sa prevention and control of both communicable and non-communicable diseases.
Yun, meron yun. Yes, yes, there
May
is,
cut
Your
din.
Honor.
Cancer Control Program.
Yes, meron din, no,
May
Your
cut
Honor.
din. Epidemiology and Surveillance Program.
Yes, Your Honor, meron
Meron
din.
din. National Reference Laboratories.
Meron? Yes, meron din, Your Honor.
Di ba, Madam Chair? So yun na lang for me to end up, Madam Chair. Nakakalungkot po, no? Overall, may cut. Sa maraming mga kailangang programa, may cut. So, Madam Chair, ganito po ba sa bagong Pilipinas na yung health po natin and social services, yun yung kinakaltasan. Kaya Madam Chair, I also echo the sentiment of other colleagues natin na hindi dapat ganito sa DOH. Dapat po ma-restore yung cut at kung kaya, taasan pa po. Yun lang, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Move to interject, Madam Chair.
Honorable Garen.
Madam Chair, pasensya na po, no? With due respect to Congressman Raul, Manuel, Madam Chair, tila hindi po ako sumasang-ayon.
Madam Chair, just a point of order.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to interject? Because I thought there is a policy in this committee
Yeah,
that
Madam Chair,
there
if I
will be
may.
no
Yeah, Madam Chair, but my point
because,
is... No, Madam Chair,
let
if
me
I may.
speak first, please. Let me finish first. That was the policy of this committee that was approved during the first meeting of the committee. And, well, in fact, during the previous hearings, nandito ako. I am asking also to interject, but I am not allowed to interject as part of the minority. Now, why are we now allowed to interject, Madam Chair?
1 minute suspension.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Ano bang, may interjection ba sila?
Point of order, Madam Chair. Yeah. I really don't want to make a point of order, but I would find it unfair on the part of the administration being wrongly accused na maraming mga programa sa kalusugan ang tinapyasan. Mr. Chair, the figures is not correct.
Madam Chair, point of order.
Madam Chair, I'm
Madam
having
Chair,
a
yung
point of
binabanggit
order.
po, hindi po siya isang point of order.
Yeah.
Order is about yung proceedings natin, yung paano natin
No, Madam
pinapagano.
Chair. Hindi po totoo
That is an
yan.
interjection kasi facts po yung pinapresent, Madam Chair.
Yeah, Madam Chair, you can make a point of order if the figures being presented is not correct. Because this is a budget briefing. Hindi po pwede na meron tayong drama na pinapalabas natin na lahat ng programa ng kalusugan ay tinapyasan and making the administration look back where in fact it is not true. We have to compare
Madam
what
Chair,
versus no.
Madam
So
Chair,
with that,
point
Madam
of
Chair,
order.
I move that the interpellation of the Honorable Manuel be stricken off the records. So move, Madam Chair.
1 minute suspension.
Madam Chair,
Ayun, sinuspend.
have we resumed hearing? Muna?
Yes, we did.
Thank you.
Nag-resume na ba tayo, Madam Chair? Kinompare naman yung ngayon tsaka yung proposal, di ba?
Let me just clarify. According to the rules from the appropriations, it is correct that we cannot interject. So,
I had a point of order, Madam Chair.
let me just clarify that. Okay?
So no, Madam Chair, so no interjection
No
is allowed.
interjections.
Just a point of order.
Yeah. So I had a point of order, Madam Chair, and pending motion.
Yes, Madam Chair, since my interpellation was referred to, then I would like to express that I object to the striking out of my interpellation since for several agencies po, that's how we as young people compare yung ating mga plano sa pagbabudget. Anong meron tayo ngayon at ano yung plano from Malacanang na budget. Kasi yun yung magiging baseline natin, Madam Chair, how we will assert for higher budget for services.
Madam Chair, may I explain my objection, my point of order? I raise it as a point of order kasi tila pinapalabas na tinapyasan lahat ng programa ng kalusugan. And that's very unfair to an administration who has been investing on health. Kung magdadagdag tayo ng pondo, dagdagan. That's why my point of order is that there was a misrepresentation of the facts given because comparison is net versus net. Kaya yung mga sagot kanina na tinapyasan lahat ng programa ng kalusugan, that is not factual. I therefore move earlier, Madam Speaker, that those statements be stricken off the record. Because that will make the administration look bad. And that will make us look bad na parang lahat ng programa sa kalusugan ay tinapyasan natin. That's unfair to the people who have been working for the budget of the Department of Health. So I had a motion, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
I object, Madam Chair, to that motion.
may I have the floor, Madam Chair?
1 minute suspension.
Madam Chair,
Sorry. We
may I
need
ask
to...
for clarification?
Yes, Honorable Plato.
Kasi kanina pa akong umaga rito Madam Chair. Kung ganito ang mangyayari, abutin na naman ako ng alas 11 mamayang gabi. Just like the DOTR. Now, let's settle the issue. Bakit nyo pinapayagan yung point of order?
We will be
Yes,
clarifying the
please
rules.
let me finish, Madam Chair. Because our rules state specifically kung ano yung point of order and when it is going to be raised. Di ba? Kasi ina-allow nyo But if I read section 103 of our House rules, and I would like to quote, a point of order is a privileged question that raises a violation of the rules in relation to the matter under discussion on the floor. A motion to read any part of the rules is equivalent to a point of order and takes precedence over any other motion other than a motion to adjourn. Yun po ang rules natin. Dapat yun ang sundin natin.
Thank you for clarifying the rules. Actually, that is what we are going to clarify. The point of order will, as mentioned, only be on the ruling and violation of the rules. Parliamentary. So, and with that, and because there's a pending motion, Honorable Garen, will you?
Thank you, Madam Chair. After conferring with our good colleague, I actually withdraw my point of order with the assurance of the Chair that the data that were mentioned will be corrected. So the wrong data that will be mentioned will have to be stricken off the records.
Madam Chair, question of privilege. May I be allowed to speak?
Honorable Raul Manuel.
Yes, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I don't see the point na may mga ipapatanggal po tayong facts and data kasi Madam Chair, wala pa kong isa-cite na data kung hindi ito yung proposal na nasa National Expenditure Program. Second, Madam Chair, it has been also a part of our scrutiny of the national budget na kinukumpara din talaga natin yung actual budget ngayon tsaka yung pinopropose po sa National Expenditure Program. There are many ways to compare naman talaga, GAA to GAA, NEP to NEP, pero hindi po nawawala doon, Madam Chair, yung GAA to NEP. Kasi, Madam Chair, doon natin makita na kung ano yung pagkakaalam ngayon ng administrasyon sa national budget, ano yung dapat ayusin, ano yung dapat baguhin. Kaya, Madam Chair, ako po, Madam Chair, na-notice ko, di ba, sa OVP, parang nililimit natin yung discussion, sa OP, nilimit natin yung discussion. Pati ba naman DOH, Madam Chair? Sana po hindi tayo matakot sa facts at sa katotohanan, Madam Chair. At i-allow natin yung mga deliberations at ma-put on record iyon. Yun lang muna, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Manuel. Let me yield the chairmanship to Honorable Stella Kimbo.
Thank you. So, may minutes mo ba si... Okay. So, just to set the record clear, Mr. Secretary,
Yes, Madam Chair.
so moving forward, when we make comparison of numbers, we just have to make it clear what we are comparing, whether we're comparing NEP figures versus GAA figures. All right? So just to make, to minimize confusion. Yun lang po, Secretary, okay? Moving forward. And for the members of the House, if a point of order is to be raised, it has to be based on a violation of a rule. Yun lang po. Right? Okay. So with that,
Madam Chair,
yes.
just to clarify, with regards to the statement, last statement of Honorable Janet Garen, what is the ruling of the chair? With regards to the striking out of all the data pertinent to the position of the Honorable Manuel, what's the ruling of the chair? Thank you.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Yeah. Let me make. Okay.
No, I'm just asking the chair, what is the ruling of the chair with regards to the statement, and that is not a motion of the Honorable Garen. What I'm saying is, what is the ruling of the chair with regards to the statement that she's getting the commitment of the chair?
Okay, let me make a ruling on this first. We first have to set on record alin dito sa data ang mali. Alright, so we are referring to the data on page 12. Mr. Secretary, so let's do a rundown. All the numbers here. So can you confirm that these numbers are correct? One by one.
Yes, Madam Chair. For the DOH, for PhilHealth, the NEP for 2024 is 101.5 billion, and the NEP in 2023 was 100.2 billion. So it increased. For Heart Center, the NEP in 2024 is 1.8 billion. The NEP in 2023 was the same, 1.8 billion. For NKTI, it was 1.3 billion in 2023. For 2024, it's 1.2, so minimal decrease. For Philippine Children, it's 1.2 billion. It increased to 1.4 billion for 2024. It increased, yes. And for Lung Center of the Philippines, it was 630 million in 2023 NEP. It's now 561, which is lower. For PITAC, it increased from 156 to 174. And for NNC, it decreased from 401 to 296. And for PINAC, it's almost the same, 43, yes, increased to 46 for AIDS.
Okay, so all of these data have been confirmed by the Secretary, so there is nothing to be stricken out. Okay, so ang kailangan na lang natin ipaliwanag sa mga nakikinig natin ng mga kababayan is ang pagko-compare po natin ng numero is NEP to NEP at GAA to GAA. Sa ngayon po, ang pinag-uusapan natin ay NEP pa lang po. So proposed numbers pa lang. Ang maaprubahan na number would be the GAA number, which will happen months from now. So yun po ang paliwanag.
Hindi na magkakasundo ang mga kongresista sa Kongreso. Paano na lang paunlarin ang bansang Pilipinas sa mga kamay nila, maliban na lang sa mga matitino. Dapat buwagin na itong party list na pinamumunuan ng mga salot sa bayan na panay po na wala namang ginawa sa bayan. Talagang target ng mga kabayan block na tapyasin ang mga budget, particularly sa kalusugan at safety ng kabataan. Dapat ang tutukan at pusisihin ay ang extraordinary funds, expenses, hindi yung pangkalusugan na mukha yatang hindi na nakakatulong ang makabayan back sa ating bayan. Kaya dapat i-abolish na to dahil ang goal nila is guluhin ang bansang Pilipinas. Pero mukha yatang ginamit ng mga tambaluslos ang mga ito for some hidden agendas. Dahil natapos yung kay Percy Lapid, kay Bantag, kay Teves, ito na naman ngayon ang sentro ng kaguluhan. Kaya punain nyo, tahimik na ngayon si Boy dahil tapos na ang kanyang homework. Ang sirain ang reputasyon ni DJ Bantag at si Congressman Teves. Kayo ba, ano sa tingin nyo? Ang dilawan o ang mga tambaluslos upang iligaw ang taong bayan? Comment down.
Nag-uulat, what's new?
Sa hindi pa nakapag-subscribe, follow, and share, huwag niyong kalimutan na tangkilikin upang patuloy na makapaghatid ako ng magandang balita.